Alright, so I want to talk a little bit about the phrase, it is what it is, because I was reading that it's considered to be a toxic phrase to say. And the reason why it's considered a toxic phrase to say is because they feel like it's dismissive and it's just settling into this idea of you can't do anything about a situation and you should just get on with it without even trying. And although I don't disagree with what they were saying completely, in fact, I would say I don't particularly disagree at all, I would say I think there's more to it than that. Because as somebody who likes to say the phrase, it is what it is, from time to time, I do feel like it's not a toxic phrase, or at least it can be, but I don't think it is entirely. So let me explain what I mean by it is what it is. There are times where you're going to find yourself in a situation that is not ideal, right? And when you are in these situations, you should look at the things that you can do about it. And once you've gathered all the things you can do about it, do those things. Whatever it is you can do to make that situation better for yourself or to get yourself out of that situation, do those things. Do what you can do to make the outcome as favorable for you as possible, right? However, once you've done all the things that you can do, and there is no more things that you can do because you have done all the things that you can do, you then have to accept that whatever happens next is not within your control, right? You've explored all the options. You've done everything that you can do. There is nothing else that you are now able to do. Whatever happens next is not in your control. And sometimes, even when you've done everything right, even when you've done everything as perfect or as close to perfect as any human can do, right? Even when you've done all the things as you're supposed to do them, when you're supposed to do them, and you made no mistakes, even then, sometimes the outcome is not going to be in your favor. And if that happens, and hopefully it never does happen to you, but if that does happen, it is what it is. As long as you know that you've done everything that you can do, and there literally was nothing else for you to do, whatever happens next, it is what it is. Like, hopefully it's something good, but it might be something bad, but there's just nothing you can do about it because you've done all the things that you can do. You're allowed to be upset about it when things don't go your way. In fact, you should allow yourself to feel upset about things because it's important to acknowledge your feelings. But once you've done that, move on. Because there's no point crying about it. There's no point complaining about it. There's no point moaning to anybody who would listen because you've done all the things you can do. It just didn't work in your favor. Sometimes it goes that way. Sometimes it goes that way. It sucks, right? But it really do be like that sometimes. So if you find yourself in a situation that's not in your favor and you've done all that you can do as best as you can do it, but it still didn't work out in your favor, it is what it is.